So we've had a fairly eventful day. Car went to the dyno. Had a few issues, mainly a sunk float bowl on one of the carbs because it split, which they figured out. But now we've got reduced compression on the rear two cylinders, so it's been bore washing, we think. Hopefully it'll come back round. I'll show you the power figures in a minute. The issue we had is on the way home it overheated and it looked like we had a radiator leak, but now it's home and cold. It's holding water, so I don't know if the radiator's got a split. It's only showing up when it's hot because it's never overheated before. Fan was running when stop, and then I turned it off while we were driving so it wouldn't stall the airflow, and it just kept getting hotter and hotter. So something quite not right. Pulled over, let it cool as long as I could, carefully took the lid off and it boiled over. Put in the 2 litres of water I had with me, and it looked like it was piddling down the back of the radiator. Let me see if I can. But now, nothing. Looks fine. So what we'll do, I've just topped it up with water. I have got a radiator ready to go if I need one. And we'll see, I'll run it and idle it and see, get it burped again. Get any air out of it and see if it pushes any more water out. So yeah, I'll keep you posted. Right, next day. It's still full of water, which is good news. So just got the car up in the air. I'm going to bleed it out, make sure it's got no air in the engine. And we shall see, but I don't see any evidence of leaking at the moment. So I'm not sure what was happening. I'm wondering if it'll happen under pressure. So once I've got it up to temperature, I've seen the stat open, I'll put the lid on and we'll see if it gets hot and we'll go from there. So yeah, we'll let this go up to temperature now, see how it looks. Temperature's about half. Heaters are warm. Just seeing if this stat's going to open now. Still cold there. That pipe feels like it's getting some heat in it though. Hopefully. The radiator's still cold. So I'm wondering if the thermostat's stuck. But we'll see. Yeah, the radiator's still staying cold at the minute. Pushing the excess water out. Don't really feel any hot water. Yeah, it's still stone cold back. Just keep an eye on that temperature, I don't want to cook it. Yeah, we're getting hotter than I'd like now. So maybe we've got to stop thermostat. I'll keep an eye on it. I won't let it get too hot. Getting decidedly murky in there, so I'm wondering if it's just opened. There we go. Right, stand back. Stat has just opened, all the water's just turned murky. Yeah, that's warm water now. Right, better get the fan on. Oh yeah, it's getting up there. Better get the fan on. Oh, it's gushing now. Now this is what I was worried about. So I'm just thinking that's just water that's in the fins of the radiator because it's just leaked a load out. But it's held water all night. Well, let's keep going. I'll keep an eye on it. I don't want to cook it. Yeah, it's getting up there. Right, it's just drank a shitload. Right, just ingested a shitload of water and the temperature's coming back down now, so maybe we were airlocked. But with it just being on the dyno, that says to me maybe we're getting combustion gases in the radiator and the coolant. So I don't think we got a leaking radiator. I think that was just water coming out because it was all in the fins of it with it pushing out, pulling over like. So what's probably happening is the session on the dyno has pressurised the coolant system a bit much and it's created a space in the engine, like a water vacuum or something. So we'll keep an eye on it now. That's back to cold water. Yeah, that temperature's now stabilised at half, which is about right. Heaters are nice and warm. Right, well, we'll see how it goes now. Keep it ticking over, and then we can put some pressure in the system once I'm happy it's fully bled. So it should burp again because I just topped it with a load of water. So I should see it burp itself again now. I've got the radiator top higher than the rest of the car. So we're back and it's bubbling over again. See what the temperature says. Bleeding itself again. Yeah, temps are up again. Well, I'll get it out of you. Definitely kettling in there, I can hear it. It's not ideal. Got to be careful I don't get burned. The radiator's hot now. I can hear it kettling. Oh dear. Yeah, it's still not. But we've got to try it. That probably is stuck in the start now. As I drank all that water again. Right. Back again. Give it more water and it's come down again. So is it just airlocked or is that stat stuck? Yeah, water pipe's cold again. I think I've got a stuck thermostat, so we'll get that changed out. It's not too difficult. Yeah, the air coming, that radiator's stone cold. Heaters are red hot, so it's not, if it was airlocked, they'd be cold probably, wouldn't they? Anyway, I'll see if it kettles again, but I think we're going to have to change the stats. Right, come to the conclusion, that's stone cold, so the thermostat is stuck. You can see it's right up there now, so I'm not going to carry on with this. I'm going to change the stat out, and we'll yeah. Suddenly just went on the dyno. Well, it was fine on the dyno, it's when I was trying to drive it home. Switching it off doesn't do it any good, but there you go. Right, we'll turn the fuel pump off, leave them heaters going, leave that fan going even though it's doing bugger all. So if nothing else, it'll blow cold air over the engine. The engine doesn't feel like it's overheating though, so could the gauge be lying to me? But then it has kettled a few times. We shall see. We'll get a stat for what they are. We'll just get a stat in it. Right, that top hose is stone cold. Yeah. That pipe's hot, which is the heater pipe. So it's the feel of the bottom hose. Bottom hose is lukewarm. So yeah, first thing I'd say, we've got to blame the stat out there. Sorry if it all comes across super simple, but yeah, I'm not really a mechanic. So, let's see. I'll get a stat on order. Won't run it anymore now. Thermostat testing. Yeah, that's now boiling and it's still not opened. So that's. Yeah. Well, there you are, that's the problem then. Right, no stat in, and straight away we got movement. So, hopefully that's all it was, but it must have got stuck on the way home because it survived a day on the dyno. So we'll run it up to temperature now and just make sure it doesn't overheat. We're running with no stat now, just to make sure the engine itself's okay. I think it is, it's a Pinto, you know what they're like. The steam's just all water in the radiator itself, so there's nothing to worry about there. So yeah, just let it tick over again. The stat must have gone on the way home because it's, like I say, it survived an entire day on the dyno. Now look at the temperature now. That's been running 10 minutes. Let's just check the heaters. Yeah, warm, lukewarm like they normally are, but before they were absolutely toasty, which was unusual. Thought something was wrong when I drove it the other day after I'd had the ECU done. I was like, this car doesn't sit at half temperature, it never does, it sits usually right there. And I was driving it and thinking, this is getting hot. And then I was blaming, because I put the fan on a switch, and I was blaming this fan switch here. Because the wires were a bit dicky on it, and when I tried to resolder them, they just broke off. And so I put the fan on a switch, but the reason that fan wasn't coming on was because the thermostat was stuck shut, so there was no hot water up here to trigger it. Good job it is a Pinto. Any other bloody, like a Z-Tech or whatever, it probably would have melted. Right, so now it's just coming up. If I put the fan on, there we go, fan's on now. We'll come back to this and see if it goes cooler. With the fan on, back down to a quarter it goes, which is where it usually sits. So, right, we haven't killed it. So we'll wait for the new stat, put that in, because I don't want to run with no stat at all. And we'll get it up and running again. Well, it'll be going away for winter, so all this is just in the nick of time for me to drain the fluids and well, the fuel out of it, and leave it for a winter. But I'd rather have it, put it away knowing it's fixed, than wonder what's going on with it and think I'll deal with it when I'm next driving it. Right, well this has been a bit drawn out. I don't know how much of this will get in the video, but thanks for watching. After running the fan constantly for 10 minutes, cold again. Perfect. Right, test driving it. Temperature's at a quarter where it should be.